I want to introduce your host. That is me. Hello, everybody. Seth here. It's good to see everybody. Good to be back. It is has gone from like 20 degrees to like 85 or 90 degrees in like 2 days, which is just insane. So we're already starting to feel spring and summer. And as I mentioned, there's a lot of exciting things on the horizon. So we're going to jump in and start talking about them now. All right, so today our topics that we are covering, we'll be talking a little bit about what's new and trending. We are going to give you some ideas about how to make it work for you. We're going to talk about our insider's angle and then hopefully give you some options for putting it all together. The big focus this quarter is going to be how AI is changing our industry. There's some benefits, there's some limitations, and we'll talk about two exciting events, which is the 250th anniversary of America and the upcoming World Cup. So, what is trending right now? Well, we are prepping for the heat. We didn't expect to have historical temperatures today, but it seems that this is the right time here. Summer's coming. Our clients are already planning outdoor events, golf outings, and team activities. We're getting a lot of requests for name brand items. That includes items like Sunbum kits. These come with lots of gifting options. They've got great perceived value. So if you are looking for something that you want to put into either client's hands or team hands, this is a good one. The sunglasses continue to be popular. They're a classic for a reason. You've got the subtle logo that can be put on the arm, but you can also go all out and decorate everything from the lenses to the temples, and even adding some different designs with film and giving like some full color effect. So that really a lot of options that you have there, but of course you want to be sure that they're pretty good quality because they're an easy one for people to throw away. Handheld fans have been crazy requests for handheld fans. They come in all shapes and sizes right now. So if you are feeling warm in the basement of your office space and you need something, these are great options to take a look at. And of course, coming off of a big golf weekend this past weekend, everybody's in on the straw hats. They're great also for festival vibes, beach days. They are ready to go, and they're a fun alternative to standard caps. As far as new products, what we are seeing is color trends. Bold pinks, lime greens, they are everywhere right now. These are classic items that have been given a pop of color. So tote bags and pouches and bottles and notebooks, but all of them with eye-catching colors that help to trend a little bit more towards a younger audience, if that's a direction that you want to be focusing on. The pink canvas tote provides, a lot of elevation in a basic item. It's very on trend right now. And the clear pouch is super popular with a lot of the products that we've been doing. And just being able to match something like the bottle and the pen and the notebook provide a nice cohesive, modern, and stand out appearance on the desk. So these are more and more of the trends that we're starting to see with regards to color. And then right now, everything cute. It probably is stemming off of the Labubu craze. Now everybody seems to have some sort of stuffed animal, stuffed mascot. You can see here that the cuteness trend is in even in space. The image on the left is from NASA astronauts with their custom plushie. So you can see even serious organizations are using these cute characters. And then if you're not familiar with the Jellycat style plushies, these have become super popular and collectible. So they're not just a toy. They really have some longevity to them, especially when put into the right hands. These custom plush items help to create a more of an emotional connection for people. You'll see them attaching them to their pants and their backpacks. They are right there, in a lot of cases, being like a support animal, if you will. So, we have been working with clients on projects like these. We'll even show you an example of a project like this. But there are all sorts of shapes and sizes, both stock and fully custom, that we can help you to design if that's something that you are interested in. All right, so we're going to change gears now and talk a little bit about what we're keeping an eye on. And I think I've gotten 6 emails this morning already about all of the America 250 items that are ready and available to be purchased. You can do a combination of already branded items. You can look to put your name and logo on licensed merchandise. If you are planning to do anything come July 4th, this is going to be huge. We're expecting patriotic everything for the next year plus. We're talking about coolers, we're talking about apparel. You can even see snack foods are getting the logo treatment with branded wrappers. So if you're doing anything around July 4th or company picnics or summer events, now's the time to start tying it into America 250. You don't want to be, scrounging at the last minute to come up with something. And with there being some regulations regarding what is and isn't licensed, the last thing you want to do is get something that is not even viable for the holiday. So red, white, and blue never goes out of style. The 250 angle gives it a little extra meaning. So something that we are keeping an eye on, that our vendor partners are keeping an eye on, and providing lots of great ideas for. All right, so we're talking World Cup here, and or at least many of us are talking World Cup. Hopefully, everybody here is talking World Cup because we know across the globe they're always talking about the World Cup. And if you didn't know, this year the World Cup is being hosted in North America. That's here in the United States, as well as in Canada and Mexico. Soccer, football is going to be everywhere this summer. So it's a great opportunity to tap into the energy. Some of the items that we are showcasing for clients, which have that effect that you can wear them and use them long after the event is over. Certainly the clear stadium bags. There are regulations as far as size and what you can and can't bring in. And so we've got lots of great styles that we can share with you that you can know are stadium approved, and don't have to look like the same old stadium bags that you're probably used to seeing. We're getting lots of requests for performance and athletic apparel. Some of our most professional organizations and clients have been asking for items that are more like a jersey as opposed to just the standard polo shirt. So there are things that you can do to take something and really give it, that professional impact, but still stay on trend with something, as significant as the World Cup. So it's great for watch parties as well. If you've got company sports leagues, if you're looking to do any team building, that's also where these items come into play here. And the custom scarves, not just World Cup. I'm a huge hockey fan. Everybody's got the custom scarves there. I don't think there's many places that you don't see them, but they really have evolved over time here. There's so many different options, both in size and style. You don't have to order 5,000 anymore. So the ability to be able to support all sorts of brands is out there now. And that's why these continue to be a top seller, when you're talking about any sort of spirit or event type giveaway. All right, we are now changing gears again and moving forward to AI here. And you can see, of course, it wouldn't be something AI without this beautiful photo of your host here. This was from my Apocalypse Now time. And AI is the topic everywhere. Everybody's talking about it. Our industry is not immune to it. And interestingly, it goes both ways. There are times where our clients are providing us with AI generated art or product ideas and asking for us to source those items. And then there are times where we're providing our clients with items that we know can be branded with their logos on it to give them more of an idea of what that brand is really going to look like and reflect your exact logo, and make sure that it's something that you really want to proceed with. So hopefully you appreciate the movie reference here. And But what we want to talk about, is what AI can and can't do, especially in promotional products. There's real benefits and there are definitely some limitations. And so understanding how both of those will help everybody moving forward. So let's dive in a little bit further. All right, so let's talk about how to make it work. Hopefully, you've had a chance to play with some of the image features that you might find on some of the various AI platforms that are out there. I know lots of people like to use ChatGPT for creating images, and it's probably one of the most well known. So I'm not going to throw out other illustrators, but even people are using Canva with some AI elements. But for this purposes, what we've done here is we've actually taken real merchandise and we've uploaded it onto a model in an effort to give much more of a true lifestyle image. You've got these standard product mock-ups, and then you've got the AI generated image of someone wearing all three of them at the event. And so this is super powerful in presentations, especially if you need to get something in front of the decision maker. You may not be the real decision maker on a specific project. You might be helping along the way. And so you need to put something in front of them. And sometimes just a standard virtual image of the item is not enough. I mean, if you want to send us a picture of your boss and have us put the items on there, I mean, you'll either get a raise or you'll be shown the door very quickly. So you've got options here, and that's something that we can certainly help for. But it is powerful for presentations. It gives much more of a visualization of the full picture here. And the key to this is that you are feeding real product images into an AI program. You're not actually asking AI to invent products for you. And that's where we get into some trouble here. So let's talk about, when AI is actually generating items for you from scratch. This is where AI is not doing its best work, especially because so many of these types of images are coming to us as your brand consultant. If you look at these water bottles, they're awesome. They look really cool. They seem to have, all of the elements that you're looking for. The problem is that none of these items actually exist. You can't order them. They're all invented products that AI thinks look realistic, but they aren't real. So our clients design them, they get excited about them, and then they bring it to us as something that we really are unable to deliver on. We can come close, of course. We're going to get you something exactly. But if you have this vision that, the lid has that specific top and that red is that specific red, then you're going to be disappointed, because unless you're looking to design something fully custom that will take you months and require lots of quantity, this is where AI can kind of get you into some trouble. So we always like to ask our clients to try to shy away from designing their own promotional items unless it is being made more as an idea generator, as opposed to thinking that somehow because it's been created, therefore it exists. Hopefully that makes some sense, because it's happened here. We have gotten some of these requests and they're great and fun, but not always doable. So start with actual products, and then we can work to use AI to enhance the presentation. And most of the time when you are getting virtual decks and idea generation from us, those are based on real items that have taken into consideration your decoration and how it can look its best. So hope if you have any more questions about that, please, don't hesitate to put it in the chat, or reach out afterwards. Uh, Also, making it work, it's important to check the details. This is an example of some jerseys that we had created for a client, and then we fed them in and asked for AI to generate for us some images. And at first glance, they look great. However, if you zoom in on the logo, which we've done for you here, you can see that the whole Society for Science image is totally garbled up. And not how the logo is supposed to look. So something to keep in mind is that unless you're paying lots and lots of money for, premium types of programs, AI programs struggle with logos, text, specific brand elements, fine details. You can sometimes even upload a PMS color and it's not always going to get it exact. So before you go with something, make sure you're zooming in and checking the details before you even share it with your own team. One garbled logo can kind of throw off the whole discussion, and especially if it was even when it's with best purpose in mind. So this is something to keep in mind. Any program that's out there always tells you that the AI can make mistakes, and you need to make sure that you check it. But certainly, this is a step in the right direction for what could be done. All right, we're closing in on the end here. Not too far. Sorry, not the end. The last part. So don't start packing up just yet. Realistically, as I was mentioning, AI is a great tool for modeling existing products, idea generation. It shouldn't be used to replace your own critical eye, and especially when we're doing proofs for you, that just doesn't always understand brand guidelines and brand elements. So keep that in mind. When you are looking for something that really is reflective of whatever program you're working on. All right, so I did want to showcase an example of a custom plush project that we recently worked on. This is a couple of quick images from concept to creation here. You can see we've utilized some online design tools to come up with some three-dimensional layouts of what each of these custom plush items were going to look like. We've also determine what each of the colors will look like. And this is not something that just happens overnight. These are usually months long processes with a lot of tweaking back and forth until you finally come to the final piece. But once you do, it's really very cool and has, a lot of great detail in it, and in this case has been really well received from the client. So this is a great example of taking something from concept to completely finished, and also reinforcing that plush is in right now. So if you can think it, we can certainly help you to design it. So now's a little bit of time I'm going to share with everybody what's on my desk. Here I am. Let me see if I can expand this. Oh, I can. This work? Oh, hey. Hey, everybody. All right. I just have a few things on my desk today to share. The first one just recently came to the desk here. And the reason that it came to the desk is I went outside. It was nice and warm. And what happened? My entire ankle got completely bit up by some sort of bug thing. And it's hard to reach down all the time. But now with this handy extendable scratcher, I can just reach down and so much better. Now, I do recommend the bug bite thing. Everybody should get the bug bite thing. If you don't know the bug bite thing, Google the bug bite thing. But after you've used that, this is great. It also, I'm sure most people use it as a back scratcher. It's extendable, easy on the desk, got a nice imprint area, low price point, totally functional. It also, you can use it, to a little rake for a little Zen garden. So lots of options, multi-purposed. So this is one of the things that's on my desk. Another thing that's on my desk is I saw this, I think right at the end of last year. It's called the Spinergy. Really cool. And it's some earbuds. So here it is. And what I like about it is that it's got three logo opportunities. Here's the earbuds, by the way. So you can spin it once. It's a little focused here. Hello. Focus one. Then you can spin it again. Look at this. They put a full color picture of my puppy on here, Maple, Miss Maple. And then a third time around, we've got the full color logo. So what I love about this is it's great for co-branding. If you've got multiple logos, you've got three companies that are coming together for something and you want to highlight each of them. Maybe you've got a special program or an event, so you want to put the logo on one, and then the next one you want to put the event information, and then the next one, I mean, you even want to put a name on them because you could individually personalize them if that was something that you wanted to do. And they sound great, and the price on them is great. I think that they're definitely less than $50 a piece. Something that certainly worth considering, and that's the Spinergy. So I love that. And then uh, perhaps the most controversial item that has come through Sonic in the last year or so. Um, it's the Loud Cup. And it is exactly what it sounds like. It's a cup and it's a plastic, nice, it is a nice hard acrylic plastic, can be branded, comes with this neck strap that you can wear around it, does hold some beverages. And I've been looking at it. It probably has about 14 or 15 ounces. And I think that's probably just right because most people who are going to use this are going to drink, they're going to drink beer. And this has taken into consideration the amount of beer that a person should drink when they're using this particular cup because there's a reason that it's called the Loud Cup. And this is the reason why. You're at the World Cup or you're at one of your kids' sporting events and somebody, maybe your kid, scores a goal and it's not enough to say yes, yay. It's not enough to stand up. You really need to say to everybody, pretty cool, right? Now, I'm not sure how you can even get this into a stadium. I think it probably would need to be sold to you. Um, and I've already been told by my wife that if I was to ever take this to a sporting event, that it would be the last event that she participated in. So again, it is a product in and of itself that is causing all sorts of debate across all lines. It doesn't matter who you are, where you are. This item is something that you want to think about, and you probably will think about. If you'd like a sample or you'd like to know more about the Loud Cup, please let us know. All right, let's get back to being real here. Um, we are now pretty much at the end here. I do see Mallory is chiming in. It was a battle just to get her to include this item in the webinar. And I'm sure the Loud Cup people appreciate any of the publicity regardless. So with that in mind, I want to remind everybody, you can see awesome items like the Loud Cup or not on our social media. If you've got a phone, you've got the ability to scan a QR code and check us out on our social pages. And that would be great. Also want to see if anybody has any questions right now. I don't see any questions. And so since I ran over last time, I'm gonna even everything out because it is tax day, right? So we wanna make sure that we give everybody a little bit more time to do whatever needs to be done. So I want to thank everybody for participating. I want to thank you for joining us, and we'll look forward to catching up with you again soon.